What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, another top 10 list for some masterpiece movie releases that I really want to see Hasbro and Takara take a stab at in the coming years. Now, this isn't like an end-all be-all top 10 where these are the 10 characters that I want to see the most. This was just like a random list of Bayverse figures that I just thought of and wanted to talk about for a video like this. It's not really something where this is like my end-all be-all for the Bayverse figures that I want really bad. This is just like some of them, and they're really in no particular order either. So just keep that in mind as I go through this list. So if I forget somebody or if there's somebody you think should be in the top 10, don't be blowing me up in the comments saying that, because it's not really the main intention. I'm just talking about 10 random Bayverse characters that really could use the masterpiece treatment. So with all that aside, let's get right down to this list. So 1977 Camaro Bumblebee, obvious choice, one of the last 2007 masterpieces we need done at this point. And, they could just take some of the parts from the 2017 masterpiece and, repack that in with the remolded parts, new parts for the 77 Camaro. And it would make for a really good Bumblebee. This is probably my favorite live action look for a Bumblebee. I just think it really works with the Camaro, and it works so well that they're using it for the new movies still. It's really something that's super iconic at this point, and it seems like a real no-brainer for them to do at Masterpiece, and I'm really surprised they haven't. There was one rumored a few years back in 2021 as a Target exclusive, but nothing came out of that. So I don't know what's going on with this, but hopefully we get it really soon, maybe next year. And another obvious 2007 movie choice that we still need is Frenzy. He wasn't packed in with Barricade. I really do think he should have been packed in with him. Who cares if you would have had to pay $20 more for the Masterpiece Barricade? You would have gotten Frenzy along with him. Because in my opinion, when you're doing a Barricade figure at that level, there really is no doing Barricade without Frenzy in the pack as well. Like with the Human Alliance figure, the Deluxes, they all had Frenzy, except for the Dark of the Moon Deluxe, but that came with the mech tech weapons, so that took up the budget or whatever. But every other release of Barricade that was mainline Generations style-esque, if you want to say, they came with Frenzy, and the Masterpiece not coming with him, it seems like kind of a slap in the face. So I don't know what they were thinking not including him. He definitely needs a separate release now, or just redo Barricade as a Dark of the Moon. Oh my god, I just thought of this. They could do a Dark of the Moon Barricade release, just straight up repaint the original mold, and then this time around just pack in Frenzy with him. It's kind of that simple, guys. I mean, I don't know why they haven't done something like that yet. It seems pretty easy for them, considering we've already gotten Dark of the Moon, Ratchet, and Starscream and stuff, those easy repaints. So I don't know when we'll see this guy, but I really want to see him get made. Dino. This is another obvious choice. I really want to see my boy Mirage, Dino, whatever you want to call him. I call him both, really doesn't matter at this point. His design is just so sleek. The robot mode, always been one of my favorites from the Bayverse. Arm blades, whatever you want to call them, are so sick. And the chest design with the wings, oh man, and his head sculpt is just so, I don't want to say creepy looking, but just interesting in design. I really love it. And seeing a highly detailed Masterpiece release would just be something so cool, especially for the vehicle mode. I really want to see how they handle that. It'll probably just be the video game vehicle mode, like how they handled the Studio Series release. I think that was the video game vehicle mode, right? If I'm remembering that correctly, the details on that. So if they do that the same way with the Masterpiece here, I would not mind. It would be really cool, because I really did like that Dark of the Moon game back then. So in Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, they could just retool the 2017 mold, maybe take some cues if they redesign some of their transformation for a future 1977 Camaro Bumblebee, take some cues from that possibly, and make, the ultimate Masterpiece Bayverse Bumblebee figure. It would be really sick, getting that chest design in there, that race car Camaro mode that he had in Dark of the Moon that's so iconic at this point. Now this is one that is kind of crazy because this one I'd assume would take multiple years to make. Like, I don't know, I'm talking like 10 years with how spread apart the movie masterpiece line is. Devastator, I really want to see them start Devastator as soon as possible because I don't want to be 45 years old still waiting to complete my Devastator from Revenge of the Fallen. I think that would be absolutely ridiculous because there's 7, 8, or 9 Constructicons that make up Devastator. I don't know. It's always been kind of confusing because the numbers have always varied and the credits in the movie are different from what we see with Hasbro and so on and so forth. So it is confusing, but I don't know. That's a lot of Masterpiece releases. We're talking at least like 7 or 8. So that's at least 8 to 10 years right there, assuming they don't spread out the releases and they drop them back to back. Maybe they do 2 a year. I don't know, but with how scattered the movie Masterpiece releases are, I have no idea when we would get a full, complete Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. Like, that is a question that I would really like to see answered on how they would handle this guy. Because it would be really cool, especially with all the third-party ones we've got in the last couple years. I really do feel like Hasbro could knock it out of the park with this. Dark of the Moon Optimus, can I get my 6-pack Optimus, please? Or is that a 4-pack? I can't even remember. Let me look at an image. Yeah, that kind of looks like a 6-pack, I guess, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but where are my abs on my Optimus figure, guys? And again, this would be another opportunity to fix the issues with the original 2017 mold, kind of like what they could do with Bumblebee on future releases. Fix some of those tabbing issues, maybe redesign him a little bit to be a bit more sleeker and more in line with some of the more recent movie masterpiece figures like Blackout, Bone Crusher, and Brawl. Let's be real, some of those early movie masterpiece figures are a little rough for today's standards. They're not bad still, they're still fantastic figures in their own way. But, when you compare them to Bone Crusher, Blackout, and Brawl, it's like night and day almost because those figures are like crazy accurate to their CG models. And with Ratchet, you got a bunch of leg kibble hanging off the side. Jazz, you got this awkward backpack with shoulder kibble. And then Optimus and Bumblebee with the weird tabbing issues and some of the design flaws. So it would be nice to see one updated, especially with the Dark of the Moon abs and design. Shockwave, oh my god, probably the best Bayverse design, or maybe just the best Bayverse Decepticon design we've ever gotten. Like, it's just so menacing. You just imagine a 9-10-inch, highly detailed, transformable masterpiece version of this Shockwave design. Oh my god. Get some of that purple dry brushing all over his body. That big-ass arm cannon with the forearm knife or sword or whatever you want to call it, or blade. Oh man, this design would be killer in the movie masterpiece line. I want to see this ASAP. Dark of the Moon, Ironhide. Now again, this is another opportunity, obvious one, where they could fix the issues on the original Ironhide, remold some of the parts where it's a bit more in line and more accurate to how he appeared in the movie, sort of like the newer masterpiece releases, and pack in those Dark of the Moon guns, maybe keep the ROTF in 2007 movie arm cannons, or just leave him out if they just want to work on those guns and the knife and redesigning him so he's a better figure, because there were a lot of tabbing issues and just overall QC issues with this Ironhide when he was first released in 2018. Dark of the Moon Q/Wheeljack, whatever you want to call this, a bad boy, the mad old scientist himself. I need him bad. Oh man, especially since we're getting the Studio Series figure, and it seems like Hasbro and Takara like to take design cues from the Studio Series releases, or vice versa. If the Masterpiece came first, they take inspiration on that for the Studio Series release. So I definitely do feel like a Q is happening at some point soon. It's just a matter of when. And I don't know, man. I don't know when we're going to get this figure, but just the design and the what did he transform into, a Mercedes or a BMW? That car mode is so sleek. The rich blue that they used on the paint for that vehicle is fantastic. And my last one here for the list, Revenge of the Fallen or Dark of the Moon Sideswipe. I'd assume Revenge of the Fallen would come first so they could remold him into the Dark of the Moon counterpart. But I don't know. Just seeing this guy either way, I don't care which one, would be amazing. We do have the third-party one, which is cool, but it's not, official, and Hasbro could probably do better. So, oh man, this is probably top 5 Bayverse designs for me. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been obsessed with this design for Sideswipe. And oh man, little kid me seeing a highly detailed masterpiece release of this would just freaking make me bounce up and down and just go crazy for this. I would love it. But yeah, guys, that's my 10 Bayverse characters that I would really want redone or just straight up made in the movie masterpiece line. I'll probably do another list like this because there's obviously a lot that I left off. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what 10 Bayverse characters would you want to see in the movie masterpiece line. All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if you guys want to hit me about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or irregular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts or just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!